What's going on, people, and welcome to Man Knows Football. You are here with a very disappointed Guni after a very disappointing result at Stamford Bridge today. 1-1 Chelsea versus Manchester United. We have let the worst Manchester United team possibly in my lifetime come to Stamford Bridge and actually A, score against us, and B, leave with a point. And I am very disappointed, to say the least. Have I said that enough? Very disappointed. But before I get into the content, make sure you do like, share, subscribe, leave your thoughts down there in the comments as well. Let me know how you're feeling. Do you feel like me? Have you even forgot about the fact that we came away from that with a point? I felt like we came away with nothing. I felt like we took an L, honestly, because we really should have came away with 3 points today. Disappointing performance, but we're going to get into it. And I'm going to start off with the officiating because I don't really have too much to say about it. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I have expectations of Chelsea Football Club. And I've said this very early in the season, and I say this now again. An elite club that's chasing titles should not be looking at refereeing decisions. Unless it's some absolute blatant corruption like what we saw with Ovrebo, yeah, then that's a different story. But we didn't see that level, and we ain't seen that level for a very, very long time. We should have the quality to be beating Manchester United without looking to the referee for decisions. That's the first thing that I'm going to say. There was bad officiating from Anthony Taylor, but is water wet? And then the same with the linesman. That offside decision for Cristiano Ronaldo that wasn't called was absolutely diabolical, and we're lucky that it didn't cost us. But again, by then, this is what I'm saying. It really shouldn't have mattered if that had counted for United or not. Yes, I would have been pissed about the clean sheet and the defensive record, but we should have been 3 or 4 up by then. That's the point that I'm trying to make. If we're going to be this elite team that want to be chasing the Premier Leagues, want to be chasing the Champions Leagues, we have to prove on the field that we can do it. You get me? They went to Liverpool, got slapped. They went to Manchester City, got slapped in the first half, bro. Why are they coming to Stamford Bridge and coming away with a point? Don't make no sense to me. With the record that we have, don't make no sense to me. You get me? Let's get into the first half. Look, we looked lively in the first half. We was really running at Manchester United, particularly down that left wing. Callum Hudson-Odoi just picked up from the form that we've seen him over the past few weeks, just running that Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Remember, he's one of the best one-on-one defenders, useless at everything else, but one of the best one-on-one defenders. Callum was lining him up, forcing him back into his own box, and, you know, had opportunities to create for other players, but I felt was selfish at times. And the one in particular that I'm talking about is the opportunity where he does get into the box. He is one-on-one with De Gea, but at a tight angle. You get me? Timo Werner could have squared it to him, was in a better goal scoring position, decided to go for goal on his own. De Gea saves it. That was an opportunity to go 1-0 up early, and maybe we could have been discussing a very different result right now. But it wasn't meant to be. To be honest with you, United, they weren't posing a threat against us in that first half. And the thing about that is that we recovered possession so quickly. Every time we lost the ball, we were fast to win possession back. We stifled their counter-attacks anytime they tried. Hudson-Odoi was excellent up front. He was key to our counter-press. And I have to say, although Ziyech he frustrated me today. Yeah, not as much as Marcos Alonso, but he frustrated me today. He was good in the press. He weren't shying away from his tackles. He was giving his 100% on the ball. He wasn't really at his best today. Just wasn't nobody was really at their best today. But there's reasons for that. But in that first half, we looked dominant. But we didn't really take opportunities. Manchester United looked like they were there with just 10 men behind the ball, particularly after that Callum Hudson-Odoi chance. They looked like they was just going to sit back and wait for the counter, as they did through Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as they have over the past couple of years, and it seems to have worked for them. So why are they going to do anything different this time? We get into the second half, and to me, a disappointing half, to be honest with you. Very disappointing. In fact, the game itself was disappointing, because I ain't going to lie to you. See, when we went into half-time, I said to myself, if we do not make changes quickly, we're not winning this game. I was right. Tuchel was very slow to make changes. And in the second half, a stupid mistake from Jorginho. And in my opinion, a very naive mistake from Thomas Tuchel. Think back to Chelsea versus Arsenal at the Bridge. We left N'Golo Kante on his own, 2 against 1. Martinelli went on his ones anyway. Kante slipped. That's the danger of it. Now you're 1-on-1 with the keeper. He's going to score. And we saw the repeat of it today. So what I'll say is Jorginho being the only player back on his own with the lack of pace that he has, I think was a big no-no. I don't think that should have happened, and I don't want to see that happen again. And I think that was just tactical naivety, in my opinion. If you disagree, let me know down there in the comments if you do. But to me, it didn't make no sense. Manchester United are a renowned counter-attacking team, and they're good at it, and they sniff danger. When them two saw Jorginho isolated by himself, their eyes lit up. They just charged at him, and you knew what time it was. Jorginho, all you had to do was header the ball either back to your goalkeeper or you header it elsewhere. Just don't do what you did. The ball is spinning in the air and it's hanging in the air. Do you know how difficult it is to control that? He should know better. So Jorginho massively dropped the ball there, cost us a goal. And after that, really, you could see he was a little shaken from that goal, but he wasn't terrible. You get me? He didn't have a terrible performance after that. But as the game went on, we had God knows how many corners. I think we had like 14 or 15 corners. No, it was 13 corners that we had this game. Didn't take our chance on any of them except the one except the one incident where Wan-Bissaka does get a foot on Thiago. Thiago does come down and Jorginho steps up to take the penalty. And with the day he's had, I'm absolutely shitting my pants. I honestly didn't think he was going to score it because it felt like one of those days. But cool, calm, collected. The hair goes the wrong way. Jorginho puts it in bottom corner. It's actually a very good penalty. 1-1. And you're thinking there's enough time in this game to actually get something out of it. But what needs to happen sooner rather than later is Thomas Tuchel needs to make changes. I was surprised to see Callum Hudson-Odoi come off. I thought Ziyech was going to come off for Mason Mount. Lukaku came on for Timo Werner. I felt it was too late. You've only given him 10 minutes to do. Pulisic has come on for Marcus Alonso. Then you've switched Reece James to the left and you put Christian Pulisic as the right wing back. I understand the Christian Pulisic move. I wasn't going to trust that at the left wing back. Reece James obviously has the more experience in playing the wing back position, so he was going to put him on that left wing. Pulisic, when he came on, he done all right. He was beating players. It looked a lot more exciting. Our wing options were a lot more exciting when he came on. You saw how the game opened up. Understand? But one thing that I do want to point out is tactically, Tuchel, I felt, got it wrong. I felt he got it wrong today. I think we've been doing so well with the whole false nine thing. Yeah, that Timo didn't need to start as the striker. He didn't. Today, it was a combination of I think it was complacency. Also, the fact that we just were not linking up the play up top properly. The link up from the midfield to the attack, it just weren't there. You see what I'm saying? You see what that false nine option does? See how Pulisic played it so well. Havertz. Now you're starting to see why he's important in the false nine system. This man drops deep into the midfield, crowds out the midfield for Manchester United, makes it very difficult for them to pick up players. You understand? This is how you deal with low blocks, and we were so good at doing it. That false nine position, just pulling them defenders, making them step into that midfield, creating the spaces for the runners to run off. You get me? It's very simple, and that's why we've been crushing teams, because they didn't know which players to pick up. Because if you follow that striker into that midfield and you open up space, you know our wing backs are going to smell danger, our wingers are going to smell danger, one of the runners are going to smell danger. Timo Werner does not have A, the technical ability to play as a false nine, B, the footballing. Listen, I'm not going to say the footballing brain, because Timo serves a purpose, you get me? But Timo is, like I've been saying, when you got him against low blocks, he's useless, bro. When you're playing in front of a team with Timo Werner, he's useless. He's just he's not technical enough to do it. That's the thing. It's not me bashing the brother. The guy, we know how he plays. Like, he runs it. Listen, you play the ball behind that defense. He gets to the end of it. That's the best Timo that you're going to get. But this weren't the game for him. That's why I felt he needed to come off early. You understand? Lukaku, obviously, came on the field 10 minutes to go. Didn't really have much to do. I don't even think he had that many touches, to be honest. When he did have the opportunity to dribble, didn't do his best, lost the ball. But it is what it is, bro. The man just coming back from injury. I ain't expecting him to flipping Messi around everyone and get the goal. Let me talk about Marcos Alonso, because I felt like he had an absolute shocker of a game today. Defensively, he was a liability, was not involved in the build-up play, wasn't getting in the box as much as I would have liked him to and being the threat that we would have liked him to. But obviously, I can understand to a certain degree that we can't have Marcos Alonso bombing forward at will, because you've got the dangers of Rashford and those fast men there that can hit us on the counter, which is what I was saying about Marcos Alonso, is that is his limitation, and that is going to cost us if he keeps staying there the whole season. If we have to rely on him the whole season, that's what concerns me, you understand? But even down to his delivery from the corners, they were all poor. They were all poor. Out of them corners, really, we got, aside from the penalty, the one opportunity that blatantly should have been scored was that Timo Werner chance. How he's missed that. How he's missed that. He didn't need to hit it as hard as he wanted to hit it. He just like, bro, the goal is there for you to put it in. Hit it with conviction. There's a difference between hitting it with conviction and absolutely slapping the ball. He didn't need to slap it. Just place it, but place it firmly. There's a difference, bro. You get me? But yeah, there was also that opportunity. Another opportunity off the top of my head that I could think of, but obviously this came in the first half, was the Rudiger one. Rudiger hit the crossbar from outside the box. Ironic, really, because, nah, you know what? I'm not going to say that. That's harsh. I'm going to say this on Rudiger, because the second chance that really could have won the game for us, why I'm not going to be too harsh on him. He's a centre-back. I don't expect a centre-back to be technically that good to be hitting first-time volleys in the net. Listen, first of all, you got to understand, yeah? It was a fantastic ball, yes. But you got to have some technical wit about you as to how you're going to put the ball. First of all, you don't swing as widely as you do like that, nor do you lean back. All you have to do, because the power's there for you, you just have to get a firm connection on the ball and just pick your spot. Boom. But am I going to be upset with him? No, because he's a centre-back. Did he do his defensive job well? I think he did. I think all three of them did. Thiago Silva, Chalobah and Rudiger. I thought defensively they were probably... They were the best players on our team, in my personal opinion. Our defence, as usual, surprise, surprise. And they also did win us the penalty. Thiago Silva going down, obviously, is what it is. But overall today, I thought tactically we was naive. Cristiano Ronaldo not starting as well was a bit of a shock for everybody, to be honest. But whether he was on the field or not, I think we had about enough about us to be beating these 3-0, 4-0. And I'm disappointed with the result. Like I said, Manchester United, they look like Burnley, bro. They came there to just park the bus, 10 men. We couldn't break them down. We had Timo Werner up top. We weren't getting no ideas. We made our changes a bit too little, too late. Ziyech going forward sometimes was wasteful with the ball, was weak with the ball in the transition, losing that ball as well. Timo Werner, his limitations just showed up again. His lack of finishing just showed up again. Callum Hudson-Odoi was a lot more positive, but could have been less selfish at times, and perhaps we might have had a couple of goals as a result of it. Our midfield, Jorginho making that poor mistake. I'm disappointed in that, to be honest with you. Loftus-Cheek, his first half wasn't the best, to be honest. He was losing the ball, straight passes, holding the ball too long. Second half, he was a little bit better, trying to drive forward and create things and make things happen. But that's because he had reliable runners outside of him. You understand? He was stronger with the ball, making the right decisions. He's got options around him. Loftus-Cheek, not the best game, not the worst game. Average as well. I don't really think anybody stood out for Chelsea today. Marcos Alonso, terrible. Reece James, again, average. I don't think he was one of the bad players. I thought it was average. Our defence, I thought was very good. Then we're going to come on to the goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy. Very disappointing performance from him today. Could have cost us the game with that terrible pass. Thank goodness it went to somebody without a brain. Fred trying to chip 6'6" Mendy in his goal. I don't know what made him decide to do that, but he did. Mendy's comfortable. He's got the ball in possession. And he gets his second win. He's lucky, very lucky, because that could have cost us the game. Had it been any one of Manchester United's other attackers, we could have been having a very different story now. But listen, I'm disappointed. I'm upset. I think Tuchel tactically today didn't get it right. I thought his substitutions were too little, too late. The team selection bro, it weren't really it. Werner should have never started that game. Yeah, I'm just disappointed. Like I am actually disappointed. I don't like to hide when we lose, to be honest with you. And here we are. It is what it is. Very disappointing. 1-1 draw. Feels like we've taken a loss. But I don't know what else to say, man. Big up yourselves. I'm very disappointed. Like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. You get me? And just, yeah, man. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, bless.